Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, or good evening. It doesn't fucking matter. You're here, that's what matters. Welcome to It Is Wednesday. I am ready to start this episode off with a fucking bang, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for being here. My name is Gavin England. I'm your fucking host. Let's see how many times I can get the word fucking in the first minute. Holy shit. There's some cracking in the glass. My bong is still broken from last week's episode. If if y'all were here for that, go check it out with Young Obliged. But we're gonna start it off, something slight, just with a little bong rip. Just take a second and just smoke a little bit with me. Marijuana's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. I think it was put here on this earth for our enjoyment. And if anyone tries to tell you that it's not, I think they're fucking lying to you. I busted out the big boy. But anyways, no one cares. Let's talk about it. How we doing? How's everybody doing out there? Just got off a yacht. Oh my god. So I do landscaping for my day job. I think I've talked about this before on this show, and if I haven't, you're welcome. It's pretty boring. Landscaping, rocks go here, rocks go there. You drive a skid loader. All that fun stuff. In my goddamn apartment complex, just started a landscaping project. It looks like shit. I'm going to just be honest. It was really simple before, and they made it ugly. I don't know if I can vote somewhere how they're spending my rent money, but if it was my choice, I would have picked some other fucking plants. All right, let's move on. It looks like shit, man. Well, it doesn't look like shit. It's new, and it's new, so it looks all right, but it doesn't look great. And now I might be looking to move. Hit me up if you're renting out any bedrooms and you can deal with a lot of smoke from the fucking heat from how fire this podcast is, obviously. It is Wednesday, folks, and we had to start this one off with a bang because if you're a true listener, then you'll know that this episode, hey, it's still going to come out on a Wednesday, but it's coming out Wednesday night instead of Wednesday at midnight. And I can talk about whose fault that is. I don't want to, but I can, because it can only be my fault. No scapegoat here, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's me, but I think I found it. I thought long enough. I talked long enough to find a scapegoat in my mind. I was fucking sick. Cue the boo sound effect. I was sick, dude. It was not cool. I haven't been sick like this in a long time. I was throwing up and vomiting and whatever is diarrhea-ing, the plural of diarrhea. I was doing that, right? At the same time, not cool. It wasn't a pretty sight, but it's hard. It's hard to podcast when you're sitting on the toilet, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god, I have to bring something up for you guys. Let me see. Let me just search TikTok, because this generation searches TikTok over Google these days. Sitting on the toilet. Let's see if you guys remember that. Let's see. Here we go. Shout out to Vine. Wait, start over, bitch. Okay, now that I think about it, how the fuck was this video on Vine? This bitch repeats herself sitting on the toilet for 40 seconds. There she goes. She flushes. She was sitting on the toilet. Basically, I was sitting on the toilet. I was that black lady sitting on the toilet. That was me. And that's why your lovely ears are getting this episode a little bit late. But I'm good. I'm back on the saddle. I'm not kicking rocks. I'm fucking kicking this show up, ladies and gents. I am already stoned. You know, I should have waited until we were a little bit into the podcast before I probably started smoking, but that's all right, folks. We can get into it. I do have an announcement to make for all of the fans of It Is Wednesday. We're now on YouTube. youtube.com/itiswednesdaypodcast. You know, go give that shit a subscribe. If you're listening to this while you're driving, open your phone, but keep it under the steering wheel so the cop next to you doesn't see it. I know, just do it. Just take it out really quick, put in the passcode, hold it down so the cop doesn't see it. Go to YouTube. You should have the app. Go to It Is Wednesday Podcast. Hit subscribe. It's really easy. I've got a couple episodes up there right now. We're going to start to have all of the older episodes uploaded slowly as we go, but all the new episodes will be uploaded right around the same time that the podcast comes out. So if you want to enjoy your content, your lovely Gav content, hey, listen to me, I'm your lovely Gav. On Wednesdays, it's over there, baby. Go give that shit a fucking follow. We're also on Instagram at It Is Wednesday Podcast. We're, folks, out of all the chaos I've had the last couple weeks, I really wanted to just tone it down a little bit. I wanted to tone it down. We've had some loud motherfuckers, some interesting motherfuckers, some really cool motherfuckers, all on the show lately, and it's been a while since I've just talked to you guys, and I think I need to talk to the people. I've been telling too many other people to talk to the people. I'm gonna smoke some more marijuana, and then I have a story for you guys, actually, so let that simmer. The gods let us. People have been telling me lately that if you make yourself cough from smoking, that means you hit the bong or joint or pen too hard. But normally coughing is just how I know that was like a solid. That's where I'm supposed to be. Oh, but I forgot to tell you the reason I was fucking sick and throwing up. I'm not just a weirdo. My body's not a pussy. I don't just throw up on command. Well, I was gonna say if you shove a finger down my throat, but pause. Don't shove your finger down my throat. If you see me on the sidewalk, please don't do that. But I got sick. I think I was poisoned unintentionally. I've yet to confirm with the person who I think tried to poison me. And, genuinely, if you're listening, it's not your fault. I don't think it's your fault. But I think, because it's not my fault. It's not me. It's you. I think I ate some sketchy shrimp. And, I like shrimp, but shrimp has never really liked me. And, I can eat like crab and lobster, but that shrimp is just like the it's like the janitor of the sea. You know what I mean? It's picking up shit. When you see a shrimp, you're like, I'll eat that, because you feel disrespectful not to, just like your janitor. And they clean shit up. but they themselves are also kind of dirty. That's why you got to peel that little poop line out the back of your shrimp. It's kind of, whatever. I had some shrimp tacos, which is like putting a mask on a bitch before you fuck her. Like, you're going to try to hide the shrimp as best as you can. And it was, I don't know, man. I ate it. I felt cool. Maybe it tasted all right. I thought it tasted all right because I was a couple Modelo's deep. So, it might be my bad, but I had 2 of them. I thought they were delicious. I came home, went to bed, and then I could not fall asleep. It was so strange. And I go to the bathroom, like, oh shit, I'm going to throw up. And I was like, damn, I didn't drink that much. I shouldn't be throwing up because of my drink. So I threw up, got over with it, went back to bed. Couldn't fall back asleep. I was like, oh fuck, I'm going to throw up again. Sorry, God, this is kind of gross. I threw up again. And it wasn't cool. I had to call out of work. I had to sit in bed. I just said my body wasn't a pussy, but we kind of slipped up, you know what I mean? A fucking little shrimp. I don't know what to say about it. It's not cool. My best advice when you're sick, call your girlfriend and ask her to make chicken noodle soup for you. Or DoorDash chicken noodle soup, Quick Trip. I really like chicken noodle soup. I don't even know. Best thing to do when you're sick. If I had some money, I would say, like, what do rich guys do? They, like, go get IV drips and get medications, like, implanted into their bones and shit. You should do that if you can afford it. But no, it wasn't cool, man. Just like a little hunchback sitting in my bed all day. Not cool, but we're here now. I'm here for y'all. But I was going to tell you guys about my first time ever smoking weed. Did I tell that story last week? You know what? I'm telling it again. The first time I ever smoked weed was in 8th grade. I was hearing about it from a couple of my friends around school. You've seen it in movies. Everyone's seen Mac and Devin Go to High School. Shout out to that movie. And I was genuinely curious about it. Hold on, my cat is trying to break into the door. Sorry about that, folks. It's the apartment podcasting life. You know what it is. But yeah, I was curious about weed. I was like, damn, this shit kind of smells good. A couple of my friends had tried it, and I heard around school, a guy I could get it from. So I fucking saved up all my allowance money, $40 from taking out the trash and doing dishes and sweeping the floor, how a young man earns an honest dollar. And I got this guy's Snapchat because before Snapchat got federal, you used to be able to buy and sell anything, dude. And connected with this weed dealer. Turned out he lived in the same fucking neighborhood I did. And I used to think that was serendipitous, but now I think about it and I'm like, yeah, no shit, you guys went to the same fucking school, you moron. So, hooked up with him, and I didn't know, like, shit about weed. So I had it in a glass jar, and I brought it to school and was, like, showing my friends. I was like, yo, bro, look, I got some weed. And they told me to leave school. They were like, you need to leave. So I left school early, I think, because I was like, oh shit, they're gonna, someone's gonna find out. Or apparently they were telling me it stunk. I had no clue. I left, and then I go home. Oh, sorry about that, folks. The podcasting in the apartment life, you know what it is. If anyone wants to sponsor me getting a studio, I'm here for it. You can shoot me a DM on Instagram at It Is Wednesday Podcast. But, so So I get it home, and I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm not gonna out you, bro. But one of my cousins, he was at my house. He was spending the night. He was like, just happened to be there, and to this day, I think this might be the only time. Anyways, I was like, I got some weed. I've never done this shit before. Like, you want to try this with me? And he was like, nah, not really, but kinda. So we did, right? But I didn't know what to do with weed. I didn't know you had to break it down or grind it up or put it in something. And the guy that I got it from gave me these little joint papers and were like, all right, you got to break up the nug, put it in the joint papers. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, but here's $20, sir, or $40, sir. And I got my weed in my papers and it was cool. So I just took a nug of weed and like broke it up with my fingers, but like into like a giant nug of weed into like 3 sections. And then I was like, I think this is how you do it. And I put it on the paper and like used water from the sink to try to close it up. Like got it on my finger and then rubbed it across the joint. And then it like kind of semi-closed with like fake water. And I went outside and tried to light it, and this paper just like whoosh. I think he took like copier paper and cut it into little rectangles or some shit, because the paper just whoosh, lit up, gone. All of my, little nugs of weed fall out of the burning paper onto the wet floor, or on the wet patio, because it had just rained. Weed was ruined. I just picked up the wet nuggets and threw them across the yard, trying to hide the evidence. And I was like, looking up on YouTube how to smoke weed like DIY. Let's see, how old was I? I was in 8th grade. Damn, it's just like, I don't even know how many years ago, bro. A lot, 9 years ago, something like that. I have no clue. Anyways, you used to be able to find that kind of shit on YouTube. And I found that you could use an apple and take like toothpicks and poke holes in the apple, and then take a pen and stick the pen through the side of the apple. Kids, if you're listening, this is still how you can do it. Take an apple, poke like 6-7 holes through the top right where the stem is. Take the stem out. Take a pen. Unscrew the pen so it's just a hollow tube. You take out all the spring and the ink, and then you push with the hollow tube through the side of the apple until you reach those holes that you made with the toothpick. And then you like uncore it so you have like a little core of apple, and you just a little snack. There you go. Grind up your little weed. I still didn't understand the concept of grinding weed up though, so I still just like excuse me, I took the nug, not the wet nug though, I took the dry nug, took a dry nug. I had like one left, and I put it just like the whole nug on top of the apple, and was just like, let's try this. And I excuse me, I lit it up, and the actual nug lit on fire, and I was terrified, and I tried to inhale it, and I think I inhaled it a couple times, like got a little bit of smoke like once or twice. I just like charred the weed because the airflow was not great. My holes weren't great. That's what she said. I charred the weed, and then I was like, is this what being high feels like? Like, I walked up to my kitchen. I was not high at all. There's no way I was even high in the slightest bit. I was totally, placeboing myself. I walked up into my kitchen and was like, is this what being high feels like? And I was like, I think I have the munchies. And I did not fucking have the munchies. I just told myself I had the munchies because I thought that's what high people did. And I went into my cabinet and like grabbed chips and grabbed Triscuits and grabbed fucking double stuffed Oreos and fucking Doritos and fucking actually that house only had healthy snacks. My grandma would have like fruit snacks that were like somehow healthy. You ate them as a kid and it was like you would gain muscle from these fruit snacks. We got the gross mac and cheese, so I was actually grabbing some shit like that. Like, is this what being high feels like? I went downstairs, and my cousin was like, dude, doesn't this stuff, like, isn't it supposed to stink? And I was like, oh, yeah, don't worry, I got the solution. I got this bottle of Axe. And I bought a bottle of Axe, and I didn't know how much to use to cover the smell. I was like, just a little spritz probably isn't going to cover it. I was like, we smoked outside in the patio. Like, everything in the patio is probably going to absolutely reek. And little did I know, fucking, if you stood right behind us, you wouldn't have even been able to smell it, bro. We weren't even doing anything. So I emptied. I thought the only logical option was to empty the whole can into all of the furniture, under the grill, by the propane tank, onto the patio ground, onto like the sidewalls of the house, onto like the netting of the patio. It was bad. It takes surprisingly. Axe, shout out to you. I don't buy you anymore. To be honest, I don't know who does. RIP, but shout out to you still anyways. It took like 10 minutes of me straight up, no holds barred, on full throttle Axe can, like 10-15 minutes to drain it. And I was like, cool, let's go to bed. I put the weed in a jar and hid the jar behind the curtains. Baller move, I know, thank you. And went to bed. And then the next day, my dad, like, he would always like go out and, do dad things in the morning out in the yard, right? And he goes out and immediately he's like, holy shit. He's like, why does it smell like a whole can of Axe out here? And I looked at my cousin dead in the eyes. We were like, oh, I don't know. And he used to smoke cigs back in the day, and he would use Axe to cover up the cig smell, and I think that's probably where I got the idea. So I was like, I don't know, maybe you dropped it when you were using it to cover like your hoodie or whatever. And he was like, no, I didn't drop it. I know I didn't drop it. And I was like, I don't know, wasn't us. Maybe a squirrel got in. He stunk. He had a late night booty call and he needed to freshen up, man. I have no clue. So he let it go. And I think to this day, I don't even know if he'd remember it. But yeah, that was the first time I ever did smoke weed. And I think I faked being high. I think I told myself I was high, but I wasn't. One of those stories. But I have some fucking news for you people. The other day, I was playing a new game. Hear me out. Scrabble, Monopoly. I know those are two different games. That's what I said. It's one fucking game now. These people have done it all. They're just repeating the bangers. There's remastering of everything. There's no new ideas anymore. Black Ops 6 is probably just going to be Black Ops 3 with everyone with the 2 over their fucking name or some shit. I don't know. We've done all of the there's been 6 Modern Warfare games, and COD has been running for like 20 years. I don't understand, man, Mike. I don't know. There's no new ideas anymore. The world is done for. But what they did is these fucking people, what is that shit called? Eugenics, right? Is that the shit that I'm thinking about? These people did eugenics with these fucking board games, and it's not okay. Oh my God. This is breaking news. Holy shit, this is fucking breaking news. If they're doing eugenics of board games, then this makes this way more fucking insane. Anyways, we were playing it. It's a weird game. Look it up. It's kind of fun. But eugenics. Remember that. And Scrabble has the Scrabble dictionary, and if you've ever played Scrabble with family or more than one time, you know you've pulled up the Scrabble dictionary to be like, that's not a fucking word, and someone's like, that's absolutely a word, I've played it, and it's like EI, literally the letters EI, and you're like, that's not an English word. And you go to the Scrabble dictionary, and it's a word. So we had one of those situations arise. I can't remember exactly what started the argument, but it was like one of us played the word Islamic or like Islamic or something like that, or Arab or something like that, like some sort of ethnicity, or not ethnicity, but what's the word I'm looking for here? Religion. And I was like, okay, let's look it up. And we looked it up because I was like, there's no way, because you can't use proper nouns in Scrabble. I was like, there's no way that's allowed. That's like a thing, it's a proper noun. It's the name of a thing. And it was accepted. And so I was looking at my little deck of letters, and I was like, oh, okay, I got a J, I got a W, I got like a S. All right. Perfect. There was an open E. Let me hit the bong. I'm going to leave it there, simmer with that while I hit the bong. So my turn comes around. I'm like, this is my time to fucking strike. Let's go. Slap down the J right in front of the E. You know where this is going, folks. Jews. Slap down the Jews. Pause. But I was like, bam, this should work, right? Because, Islam or whatever the fuck. The other one, I can't remember if it was Islamic or it was another religion that was like Middle Eastern of that region somewhere. And they were like, nah, we gotta fucking bring up the dictionary. You brought up the dictionary on us. And I was like, okay, nerds, pull up the dictionary. And they pulled up the dictionary, and Jews wasn't allowed. And I was like, oh, I guess that's fair. Let me take off the S. And then they put Jew, and Jew wasn't allowed. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? Are we racist, or are they racist? So I was like, okay, let's get a little more proper. I type in Jewish. It says not a Scrabble word. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? There's no way. And I was like, okay, let's get another one. And Hasidic. Hasidic is one of them. Hasidic is like one of the religions of Judaism. God, I hope I said that all correctly. And it said no. It said Hasidic is not a word in the Jewish in the Scrabble dictionary. I'm pulling it up right now. We're gonna do it live. Search the official. It's just literally scrabble.merriam.com. All right, we're gonna type in the order that I said it. Let's type in Jews. No, Jews is not a playable word. Okay, let's do Jew. Jew is not a playable word. Okay, all right, let's do Jewish. Jewish is not a playable word. Hasidic, Hasidic. I know that's spelled correctly, folks. Hasidic is not a playable word. What are the, let me see. Uh-oh, smoke detector. Oh, fuck. We're back, folks. Don't worry, my girlfriend's just trying to burn down the apartment. Shout out to Belle. Let's see, what are the major religions? Monotheist. Oh, wait. I am so bad at theology. Herodi. Okay. God, I know I messed that up. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just copy-pasting it into Scrabble. Oh, my God. They're racist. Oh, my God. I don't know what to do with this information. Sorry about the pause, ladies and gentlemen. I had to eat dinner and process this information. This rabbit hole goes so much deeper than I thought it did. I can't even begin to explain it to you. Scrabble. Scrabble is a part of, let's see, who owns, Mattel owns the rights to the game in much of the world. Hasbro owns the right to Scrabble in the United States and has plans. So, Mattel, let's look up founder of Mattel. Dude, there's no way. President, who originally owned Mattel? Harold Matt Manson and the husband and wife, a duo, Elliot and Ruth Handler. Okay. Let's see. Elliot Handler. Let's see. Who is this guy? Elliot Handler is an American investor, businessman. Where was he born? Oh, he's an American man. Okay. So Mattel is American. So we looked it up. The Monopoly Man. Who else owns? So it said Hasbro. Hasbro. They did Monopoly. Alright, folks. Look, I have to be careful with what I say at this point in time. This goes so deep. Let's see. Scrabble in. So, my God. Okay. The inventor of Scrabble, Alfred M. Butts, born April 13th, 1899, was an American. He was an architect, and he invented this game in 1938, folks. Do you hear what I'm saying? 1938. Eugenics, the Jews, Hasidics, Jewish. You can't bring up all of these different points and say that they're not connected. Let's look up this guy's. Who is this guy? This Alfred M. Butts. So his mom Allison Butts and his dad His father is a lawyer. So maybe he's an American man. But what is he? Is Alfred M. Butts a Jew? I don't know, guys. Look, if you're listening to this, you need to do research. Hasbro founders. Look at this. The Hasbro founders, well, listen to this. The Hasbro founders is a trio. They're all brothers. The Hassenfelds. They are, let's see, look up Herman Hassenfeld. They are Polish immigrants that immigrated. When did they immigrate? Hassenfeld Brothers is an American multinational, founded on December 6, 1920. They immigrated right after World War I, before World War II. They're Jewish, I would only assume. Well, you know what, assuming Hassenfeld, you tell me what is happening, folks. Does the Hassenfeld family still own? No descendants of the founders. Oh, damn. There is something here. There is some lines that can be connected from this, and I don't know what to do with this information. 3 Polish Jewish brothers founded, dude. Okay. Hold on. Let me just see if someone else has done research on this before. I don't even want to, I looked up, is Scrabble racist? But let's look up, is Scrabble anti-Semitic? Why Jew and Goy are not Scrabble words? Oh man, the only reason I know what the word goy is Ari Shafir's stand-up special. Go watch that, Jew, on YouTube. Why Jew and goy are not Scrabble words from the tablet, I don't know. God, it's a BuzzFeed article. Let's see. Galilee isn't even a word. Let's see. Almost exactly 20 years ago, the movement to remove the word Jew from the official Scrabble dictionary began. Jew is the only offensive, obscene word she wrote to me. So, a campaign started by the National Jewish Council on Women, and joined up by the Anti-Defamation League, Jesus, led to changes in the third edition of the official Scrabble dictionary. Jew and 166 other quote-unquote not-so-nice words are removed. All has been well in the world ever since, except for when I tried to play goy. So, there's this whole fucking article from this stupid-ass journalist who's just trying to get attention. He has one fucking paragraph in this entire article that has any substance, and it's at the very fucking end of it. I hate this shit right now. Why are you a writer if you're trying to become... Oh my god. Why are you... If you're writing a story, write about the fucking story, dude. I don't care about your personal opinions about your story and why you lost playing fucking Scrabble with your with your LGBT... Sorry. With your fucking... I'm sorry. God, I love Scrabble. I'm gay for Scrabble. I'm gay when I'm playing Scrabble because gay means happy. Shut the fuck up. This guy, he wrote this entire page-long article that has one fucking paragraph with substance in it. So the National Jewish, it doesn't even say when. It just says, bruh. Oh my god, I am pissed off right now. I don't understand. Scrabble, why you do this? Hasbro, why are you doing this? I need to keep looking deeper. Why did you get removed from Scrabble dictionary? Oh shit, Reddit has some stories, bro. Definitely Reddit is the most reliable news source on the internet these days. Anecdotal evidence is the best evidence you can get these days, I swear to God. Turn off all cookies whenever you enter a site. Don't accept their fucking cookies. You don't want their cookies. This is the jc.com. This was the Jewish Chronicle, I believe. The Association of British Scrabble Players has updated its guide to the label of definition of Jew to haggle to get the better of as offensive. Oh, the Jews are even smarter, dude. They have fucking loopholes to say Jew. God, we separated from them, but they still got a couple good ideas every once in a while. Got to give it to them. Who chairs told JC that the association itself did not publish its own dictionary, but rather publishes online lists of words on our website. The words and the definitions are taken from the actual dictionary, which is published by HarperCollins, and are not responsible for how they define them. So they were pleading the fifth, essentially. They said, not my fault. Y'all did this. HarperCollins responded that whoever the fuck HarperCollins is, the phrase "to Jew" has been listed as obsolete and offensive in our data, and our products are for far more than a decade. So in the early 1990s, a Jewish Scrabble player, Judith Grad, challenged an opponent's use of the word Jew because it was a proper noun describing an adherent of the Jewish faith. Her opponent responded that it was also in the dictionary as a verb, meaning to con, cheat, or swindle. That's fucked up. Why are the Maybe because it's true. Oh my god, the N-word is in this article. Oh my god, holy fuck. Scrabble used to have all of the slurs. Dude, Scrabble in the 70s was probably the shit, bro. Oh my god. The JC.com is not afraid to dig deep, and I am afraid to repeat the words they used in this article out loud, even if I was alone in my bedroom at night. Oh, my bearded dragons. Oh god, I gotta sneeze, folks. Oh, 1 second. My bearded dragon was, making an appearance, splashing around over there in his bowl of fucking collard greens. Give your bearded dragons vegetables, people, for the love of all that is holy, for the love of the Lord. Shout out to Young Oblige from last episode. Keep making sure I keep one of the First Amendments commandments in check. Let's get it back to it. Scrabble Dictionary. Scrabble Dictionary was... So Scrabble was actually like... At first, they were not about to try to remove all these words from their game. They were all about it. And then... Jesus, see, this article, the JC is the complete opposite of this last article, guys. I am scrolling, and I'm seeing so much information, and I'm probably scrolling past all of it. Now they're talking about conflict in Gaza, bro. What? Oh, I was scrolling through different articles, guys. Wow. Jew is a normal word that the anti-Semites have given an alternative meaning as a way of slandering all Jewish people. So basically, is Jew a slander? You know what? If you're on YouTube, even if you're listening on a podcasting platform, go to this episode's YouTube at It Is Wednesday Podcast, youtube.com/It Is Wednesday Podcast. Go to the comment section if you're Jew. Only if you're a Jew. Don't you fucking lie to me now. But if you're a Jew, tell me if I need to stop calling you a Jew. Because I don't mean it offensively. But is it like... is it like bitch? Like if you be like, oh, what's up, bitch? Like that's cool. But if you're like, stop being a bitch, that's like not cool. Is it like that? Tell me, is... me calling you a Jew similar to me calling you a bitch? Let me know. Thinking, man, maybe I shouldn't do these alone anymore. Folks, I'm off the rails. I'm more off the rails than my fucking family is right now. I can't even get into that. I want to, but I can't. I don't know. I'll need to dig more into this. I'll come back with the whole special episode about Hasbro's racist allegations that we're claiming here first on It Is Wednesday. If you're a Hasbro representative, reach out to me, man. Tell me, why are you racist? Why do you hate the Jews? Do you know that Hasbro was founded by 3 Jewish brothers? And the fucking... owner of Scrabble, his name is Alfred M. Butts. If I learned anything today, it's that Alfred M. Butts was a real human being who genuinely did something with his life. And if someone named Alfred M. Butts can do something with their life, I think you can too. And I can. So, thanks for listening. That's it, I'm calling it. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of It Is Wednesday. I have been your host, Gavin. I will still be your host, Gavin, next week. Thanks for tuning in, even if this one popped in your inbox a little late this week. You can find the show on Instagram if you want to reach out, or YouTube if you're a YouTube guy or gal, or they. We support all of the different trees of pronouns. over here. Thanks for thanks for listening. We'll talk at you next week. Adios.